Cheers.
Cheers.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Estate Unknowns. We have another episode today, and our topic today is about the real estate industry, what's changing, the future of it. We kind of take a look at the past, what it was like before, what some changes that are present, and then what could happen in the future, what could potentially happen, right? Because we don't know. But we have clues, especially as new agents coming into the industry, young agents, coming into the industry. We knew that what it was like when we were younger, when our parents were buying real estate, when our parents were going through the whole process. What it was like then, and then what it is like for us now,
right?
That we're doing.
Yeah. So I joined the industry like 5-6 years ago, and then I see with the short amount of time. So the way the real estate transaction or involved is changed a lot. A whole lot. Before like 6 years ago when I joined, right? I really have no idea like what's the AI. Right, what is blockchain? Right, so even I talked to a couple of agents, they don't even know what that is until now.
Even now, a lot of agents like don't even really know what AI or blockchain is all about.
That's what they call the technology
revolution.
Technology.
There's
revolution.
A lot of technology like get involved and make the real estate industry change a lot. Like for example, let's say about the photography before, right? When we search for the house, we have to go to like
like either newspaper or something, or just have the realtor send you a list of homes,
But right now you can like search online. There's a lot of platform like Zillow, Redfin. You can easily like search for any house.
Right. So the data is available everywhere, so it's easy to access. I remember talking to a couple of agents when they way back to when they couple like 20 years
15,
ago,
20 years ago,
when they just like they have no online data. So if it's a new home, they have to fax it.
Fax it over to each other.
Back and forth, or they have to meet in person. They have to like open the newspaper, right, and tour that house. But right now, so you can easily like go online, search for San Jose home for sale, for example. There's a ton of websites that provide document the data for you.
Now all the data is there. They're all like working under like the same umbrella, right? So let's say on like Redfin, if you're selling a house, marketing back then was just finding an agent who can have a lot of connection, a lot of network, and then being able to sell the house. You just take a couple photos on your digital camera. As long as you have a digital camera,
you do it yourself, right?
You do it yourself. You upload it to the computer. It's like fine, right?
Yeah.
But now with the advancement like DSLR cameras and all these new cameras coming out, drone shots as well.
3D,
like 3D.
Right?
You can see that the photography industry is evolving as well, along with the real estate industry. So like not just changes within the industry, but like new things come out.
New technology, right? I see they implement a lot of technology. But not all the photography they have access to those, right? Some top of industry photography they have those technology.
They have those technology.
Remember when 3D came out, right?
First came out, that was
crazy.
You
put in the goggle, you can walk around
with the virtual like reality goggle.
But not all photography they special for that. Right? They have to adapt. They have to
adapt. They have to change. They have to be able to use that technology because I think there are only a couple cameras that can do that.
So you can stay home and then still like tour those homes that you want. Right, you don't have to move. You have to go.
Before we talk about like photography, right? They just like family photography, outside.
Like landscape.
Landscape, something like that. But right now, photography about real estate, there's a lot of company. They offer that service. And they make good money.
They make good money.
And they make good quality too.
Very good quality.
We saw a couple of the drone video footage. It just not fly around the home. They go inside the home, room to room, right?
No, that's something new too.
Right.
When you talk about drones, just like like drone shot on the outside. They have the small one that fly on the inside.
You have the skill to control the drone. It's really hard.
Yeah. So new industry comes
right? New industry. So not all the home will have that of kind of advertisement, but I see like the number is increasing. Right. So before, remember we're gonna have the picture, but right now we have the 3D. Right. 3D. You can walk around virtual. But right now, we even had a fly cam go around the house, right? It's so amazing.
Yeah, that's just like one aspect of it. It's just the marketing aspect of, let's say, you're listing a house, right? Marketing is you got to find an agent who knows how to do, or have the vendors for those kind of technology, for those kind of, photos, marketing tools.
Yeah, so this is more like transparency too. It saved the buyer time. Remember, like we took the buyer out, see a couple of houses. They only because they decided to see that house because the photo. But some of the photo not show 100% of the home, right? But if a 3D or drone footage inside the home, you can decide, right? If something you don't like, you don't want to waste time looking for that home, right?
Exactly. So your first impression,
right? Right. You're like, oh man, if I see that, I'm not going to go here. Waste my time, right? Cool. How about the mortgage? Do you see anything changing?
Oh yeah, mortgage changed a lot. So before, right, when I worked with some like law officer before, everything is just like paper. Every time you send a condition to lender, you have to fax.
Really?
Yeah.
You still have to do that?
Yeah, they made a long time ago, right?
Oh, a long time ago.
Even like some like just talk about just 5 years ago. Some condition you need to fax to lender, not gonna email.
Wow.
But right now you can like directly like they have some like e-stock or job matches. You can like
online
everything is online.
Yeah, DocuSign.
Yeah,
It's still like our job so easy. Yeah.
And also right now a lot of lender they offer the virtual e-signing, which is like if you have a transaction which just have buyers, but at the day of closing, one buyer they in different places. So let's say I'm in the US and the other buyer in like Vietnam or
a different country.
And before we had to wait for buyer got the same place to sign the long docs. But right now, lender offer the virtual signing, which is you still can sign the long docs, but everything online. When you do the virtual signing, right? You have to they cost
with the notary.
In
person with the notary.
Yeah, the notary. Right. But right now they have the e-notary, and you
online notary.
Online notary. When if you want to sign, you have to like they will require some like verification, security. Like they have to check your face. They have to maybe your fingertip. But ID and face ID, face ID, recognition. If you fail one, maybe you can try another one. But if you like twice, you have to wait for another like 24 hours or wait for another appointment available.
Wow.
So they ask you a bunch of questions, like security questions.
Password. Questions.
That's kind of like strict, right? If you make a mistake, you give the wrong answer, you have to wait another 24 hours, right? But it's faster, right? Because if no virtual closing, you have to go to the embassy if you overseas, right? And then I remember like my client fly to Vietnam and they stuck there during COVID, right? And then they can't make an appointment to the embassy to sign. There's backlog. So they in the middle of the transaction. They're supposed to sign next week, but they can't make an appointment at embassy. Like they said, you want to sign, you have to wait 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah. Oh, no. And then the document have to send back to the US. But with this technology, they can sign it the next day or even at midnight. Because some notary in different state, they're in the morning. So in Vietnam, maybe, matching the time.
It's like different time.
Different time zone.
With so convenient. You can sign anywhere, anytime you want. That's very
cool. Right. That's very convenient.
Yeah, but that's really a state approval. I think we only have like 7 state approved that signing.
For the lender.
Yeah, but more state adapt to that kind of transaction.
Eventually, I think
in the next year, maybe we can do it in California.
Accept that.
And then with the real estate and mortgage, I recently saw is they implement a blockchain technology. Let's say we all know about crypto, right? Crypto, they use like blockchain technology behind that. And then blockchain technology is very secure, safe, and fast. So like that's the way you store the document. Let's say now you have the document, you have to record in county. County, they keep the paper and they have their own data system. But it's easy to hack too, right? No, not system in the world is safe. But blockchain, so far, they can't hack it. Because blockchain, they connect between computer to computer. They have 1 million of computers connect to each other by blockchain technology. And if you want to change one document in it, you have to hack like the whole system. 1 million of computer. That means impossible. So that make the verification process faster and more accurate. Because let's say somebody can hack to the county system and change the title. They may figure it out later because it's not match the document, the paper, right? But it could take time, or that mistake may not discover, right? And then that may create a lot of fraud later. But with the blockchain technology, you can do it instantly, less than a second, accurate, fast. So remember the transaction we had to title when we in contract, right? Title have to do the title search to make sure that's the right seller, right? It's take like a week to do that verification because it's back and forth communication between the title company and the county. But with the blockchain, it's just a second. You can save like a week. So in the future, I think with the transaction, they can close in like 3 days instead of 3 weeks right now. That's amazing, right?
That's pretty cool. Like, as long as you like see the house you like,
you can.
It's like
3 days later.
Next day. Right.
Or like you're trying to sell a house 3 days later, you can't get money.
And the record too, right? Because right now the county have to save all the record to their database, and then they have to save all the deed of like in paper form, right?
It's a paper form that they scan.
Right. So what happened is burned down, the whole building burned down, and they lost all the data. But with blockchain, you can never lost the data. It's there. And then you can go back to 100 years ago. You still can figure out who owned that house 100 years ago. But right now, is that like hard? Right? You have to like request, and title have to go back and forth, and then look at a bunch of documents to figure out who lived in that house 100 years ago. But with technology like blockchain, it's in a second you figure it out.
So it's kind of like a cloud encrypted, cloud-based storage.
And then if it's the public data, everybody have access to it. You can check like who owned that house publicly. Right? Data is available. And even in the mortgage processing too, right? They use the AI technology for the mortgage processing.
Right? So AI is like huge now.
Huge now.
Before, right, when you have a package along, you have to send to underwriter, and you have to wait like at least like 1 or 2 days to get approval. But right now, whenever you have a package and you think that you got enough documents for approval, you can do it yourself. Like you check everything right, and there's a checklist from the lender, and then you submit all documents at the same day. You got the approval in the same day as well.
On the same day, like 4 hours, 4 hour approval. So before you submit it to the lender, it takes like 2 days to the document to come back, and then the writer have to take a look at it. But right now, AI can do that. Of course, they have to go to underwriter for the final approval. But for some tasks like not important tasks like data entry, AI can do it.
AI just do it.
It will be cost effective because it cut the cost to process alone. The cost to process alone will be cheaper. So borrower may have the benefit of getting lower closing costs.
So overall, technology is not just making our job easier, but it's just
it's helped buyers.
It helps buyer, seller, whatever, but it subtract that work that is tedious. That is like kind of like busy work.
Right.
That you like when you do it, you feel like, oh man, I don't want to do this. You just want to get to the result, right? So the technology nowadays just bring you straight to the result, right?
Right. And Tino, you list a lot of home, right? You're more on the listing side, and then you're using AI evaluation.
AI evaluation, that's something new that could be could be potentially something in the future that that'll shorten the time of just coming up with the comparables.
Right.
Because right now, if you're looking for comparables, you search at the data, that area, your polygon that you're trying to look at. And if there's no data in that area, you extend it, make it, let's say you're looking at data for 3 months, it could be 6 months.
But you have to do it
manually. You have to manually
enter the data.
Enter the data, right? But and then check the house. You have to go through the pictures, everything, even read the description, right? But with AI, with that same evaluation tool, I think they can do all that. As long as someone who can come up with an AI model that does everything that a realtor does when they do a CMA.
Right.
They train the bot to, okay, so when you look at a comparable, look at this data. If this data doesn't exist, try to get this data, try to get something that is very similar to the subject property.
Quicker and more accurate.
So it's quicker, more accurate. Of course, the realtors still double check.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes AI is not always accurate. It's not 100%.
Right.
It's say 85, 90% accurate, but it subtract that tediousness in doing those things.
Right. It's make your job easier.
Yeah.
And then you can focus on some important tasks instead of
some other tasks that's bring the results, like bring us closer to the results. Versus just like.
Okay, so right now we are in the AI revolution. So it's just gonna getting better and better. But what do you think about the AI involved in the real estate industry? I know there's a lot of benefit of the AI involved, but if they involve too much, we may lose our job. What do you think?
I don't think that we'll lose our job because AI is too involved. There's never can be that client relationship with the realtor, the real estate agent. I still think that home buying or home selling is a huge asset. It's a huge deal with your assets, right? Especially here in the Bay Area. So they want that human touch. They want that personal touch to it.
I don't think AI will replace our job, but it will make our job better.
Yeah. It makes our job better.
Because AI could make a mistake, like paper processing. You still need the real person to do QC, quality control, right, of the transaction. And then buying a house, more about personal choice, personal interaction, right? Without person, could you more option could make transaction easier and quicker, but it can't replace the.
I don't think it can replace that human touch with
So if we use AI in a good way, it's help us a lot. But if you don't use it in the right,
we could fall behind.
Fall behind a lot. So that's why we have to update
we keep on updating
to see what is the AI can involve and to make that help us our jobs better and more convenient.
All right. I think that's all we have for today. We're running out of time. I'd like to thank everyone who's listening in right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, Real Estate Unknown, for more content like this. Please leave a like and comment.
Make sure you subscribe and share the video for us.
If you want to learn or talk about any topic, just drop a line. We can talk about it in the next episode.
All right. And we'll see you next time.